Good day, everyone. My name is Ina Esabejero, and I will be discussing the social entrepreneurship and business ethics. So what is social entrepreneurship? Social entrepreneurship is the use of techniques that startup companies use to develop funds and implement solutions to social, cultural, and environmental issues. So meaning to say, when we say social entrepreneurship, it is an organization that uses business strategies to provide a positive impact on our society. Hindi ka lang basta nag-create ng business or nag-innovate ng product or services, but you also provide a positive impact on our society. So as the business grows, the social impact also grows. So what is the difference between an entrepreneur and a social entrepreneur? A social entrepreneur is someone who takes up a pressing social problem and meets it with an innovative or path-breaking solution, while a traditional entrepreneur typically focuses on the creation of commercial value or profits. So meaning to say, yung main goal ng social entrepreneur is not to earn profit but rather to implement a widespread improvements on our society, while a traditional entrepreneur ang main focus nila is to gain profit. So next is that what is the difference between non-profit organization and social entrepreneurship? The difference between the two is that non-profit organization relies on funding through government organizations and donors, whereas social entrepreneurship creates their own source of funding by creating their own profit. So next is the role and importance of social entrepreneurship. First is the employment development. Major role of social entrepreneurship is that it creates job and employment. Hindi lang siya basta tumutulong sa social, cultural, and environmental issues, but also nag-i-increase rin ito ng job and employment. So next is the innovation of new goods and services. So what is an example of this? Kung yung entrepreneurs is nag-a-apply ng innovation and nagda-develop ng new goods and services, a good example of this is yung cure, for example sa COVID. Many people has been affected, and by means of it, the social entrepreneurs thinks of a innovative way para masolusyonan yon, and that is to create a new goods or yung cure na nga or yung vaccine for COVID-19 para mabawasan yung cases ng COVID-19. So nakatulong ka na sa society, nakakapag-gain ka pa ng revenues by selling it to the government. Next is equity promotion. So ongoing sustainable impact, patuloy yung impact para magbigay ng solusyon sa isang problema. So yung pinaka-objective ng isang social entrepreneurship is yung makatulong. Una nilang iniisip palagi yung makatulong kesa sa kumita. So, they are some of the famous social entrepreneurs. First is si Bill Drayton. Ito is venture siya that assists the social entrepreneurs by using his social entrepreneurship skills in other organization. Ito naman kay Muhammad Yunus, it was founded on the idea of solidarity and trust para makapagbigay ng funding to avoid poverty. Ito naman kay Sanjit Banker Roy, nag-create siya ng solar-powered college for the poor. So next is business ethics. So first, let us define what is ethics. Ethics is the moral obligation involving the distinction between right and wrong. So applying it to the business ethics, it is adherence to ethical standards contributes to the smooth flow of business exchanges. So business ethics is the adherence to ethical standards that could result to the establishment of trust between buyers and sellers and lenders and borrowers and gives a smooth flow of business exchanges just like selling becomes faster.
Thank you for that, Miss Ina Abejero. I am Charles Luis Esclasio, and I will be discussing the importance of business ethics. So, why is business ethics important? It is important for organizations to operate with good business ethics to avoid legal and regulatory problems. However, it is also vital to exhibit strong ethical behavior to maintain a positive reputation, both with the public and employees. Una sa lahat ay we need to have a good reputation in the public perception. When an organization enjoys a good reputation in the marketplace, it then attracts and retains a strong customer base. And studies have shown that about half of the public pays attention to corporate social behavior, and 20% will actively speak out against or refuse to do business with companies they believe are behaving unethically. Napaka-importante ng customer loyalty sa kahit na anong business. and losing customers can have a huge negative impact sa isang business. Pangalawa ay yung employee perception. Most people want to do business with a company that operates fairly with others. Just as negative press can drive away customers, positive press can draw in new customers. Para maka-attract ang business ng talented individuals, companies should maintain a fair atmosphere within the workplace. Employees appreciate working in a positive environment and advance in their career according to their efforts instead of favoritism. Next ay yung building an ethics program. The first step in building this kind of ethical culture is to create an ethics program. An ethics program should, number 1, define the program mandate. Kailangan natin alamin yung purpose o yung main reason kung bakit tayo mayroong ethics program. Pangalawa ay yung mitigate and monitor risk. Dito na natin i-foresee yung mga possible risk na dadating sa ating business venture at kung paano natin ito ma-overcome at may iwasan. Number 3 is establish policies and procedures. Dito na tayo magko-construct ng rules and regulations ng ating business. Number 4 ay overseeing allegations and misconduct. Dito na tayo magsusupervise at mag-iisip ng applicable disciplinary action sa mga lalabag doon sa na-establish nating rules and regulations. Number 5 is to provide training and communication. This is very important in order for people to form bonds and a good relationship with each other. Importante magkaroon tayo ng harmony within the group para maiwasan yung conflict and tension. Number 6 is reinforce behavioral expectations. Dito na natin i-identify kung ano yung dapat na behavior ng isang employee sa workplace. Last is dito na tayo magmamanage kung ano ba yung dapat na traits ng isang individual. Una ay dapat siya magkaroon ng honesty, fairness, and last is yung professionalism. So, examples of good business ethics. Now that the business ethics have been discussed, let's take a look at some of the ways an organization can exhibit good business ethics. So, first one is treating the employees well. Businesses that holds a high but fair standard to their employee results in attracting and keeping a talented, engaged, and ethical workers. Halimbawa, pay increases and promotions should be given based on merit rather than favoritism. It is important to consider the efforts ng ating employees kaysa dun sa kung sino lang yung favorite natin. Employees should be paid as promised and on time. This builds trust between employees and the organization, which positively contributes to the overall work environment. It is also important for the company leaders to treat employees with dignity and respect and establish a culture in which harassment of any kind is intolerated. Na ipapakita nito na mahalaga yung ating employees and that they're valued, and it also improves their commitment to the organization. The second one is implementing an honest business practice. Companies should also treat their customers and partners fairly, because just the perception of being untrustworthy or being caught in a lie can damage the reputation of our business. Unang-una sa lahat, we shouldn't overcharge our products or services or even overstate the value of what we can offer. We should not make every effort to keep our pricing, delivery, and service level commitment to our customers. Hindi din dapat tayo magkaroon ng unrealistic promises, and dapat din tayo magkaroon ng responsibilidad kung nakagawa man tayo ng pagkakamali. The third one is practicing corporate social responsibility. Businesses should consider issues that are relevant in their industry, seek possible solutions, set measurable goals, and communicate these plans to the public. The public is increasingly aware of the corporate social responsibility activities of the organization. These efforts may include reducing their carbon footprint and otherwise exhibiting environmental responsibility or committing to workplace diversity. Next, we will discuss the different effects of unethical business practices. So, poor ethical decisions can affect a company in a variety of ways. The first one is in the legal problems. Businesses that act unethically in ways that break the law may face large fines and other penalties. The second one is poor employee performance. A lack of ethics within a company can largely affect the way an employee works. The leader serves as a bad role for the people, and the employees can also exhibit unethical behavior of the higher ups by thinking that it's okay to do those things. This can lead them to damage the company. They may also become discouraged or not see the need to work hard in an unethical environment. Last is poor company credibility. When a company is unethical, it affects its reputation. Not only will the leaders and company lose respect from employees, they will also lose credibility with the general public as well. This can result in reduced sales, lost customers, and significant financial harm. So, business ethics are essentially personal ethics. At the end of the day, business ethics will depend on the person regardless if they're an employee or the boss of a company. Business ethics relies on the idea that an individual will make decisions solely based on his or her morals. The way he perceives something as right will depend on that individual's own beliefs relative to those around them. Integrity also plays a huge part here. Companies should look for employees that fit the culture and ethics of the business in the get-go. Understanding the importance of ethics in business is the key to success. That would be all for our discussion. Thank you very much for listening.